McCormick. Jose Rodriguez.
Present.
Tricia Shelton, present. Alan Ziola. We now invite the CEO to give remarks.
So on the board, some of the things you guys are aware of, but I just wanted to make some few remarks. First of all, the start of our school year has been tremendous. This marks the start of our ninth school year. We have more students enrolled than we've ever had. So 422 students are enrolled today, which is exciting because before we moved into this building in 2016, we had an enrollment number of, I think, about 278 students. And so as you guys can see, we are rapidly growing, and the interest in what we're doing continues to increase, which is exciting. I also wanted to make the board, give the board notice of some amazing opportunities that have been presented to us. One of the things that's exciting, we have an opportunity to take part in a pilot program by the way of the University of Pittsburgh. It's called Kindred Tech. This program is going to increase our students' math skills in kindergarten. So that's exciting. We know we definitely need additional support and help in the math department as it relates in respect to our PSSA performance. And so we're never losing sight of that. In addition, we've been working on a partnership with Duquesne University. And to start off that partnership, to kick off that partnership, Duquesne University will be in attendance at our Entrepreneurial Summit. They'll also be at our Shark Tank event. And our Prep Academy students are going to have an opportunity to visit the university and take part and listen from a panel of students and faculty members who are part of the Entrepreneurship and Education Department and major at the school. So that's going to happen sometime this fall. In addition, I'd like to bring notice to an update and a change in our mission statement. You guys, as you are aware, during our retreat this past summer, we rolled out and presented a new 5-year strategic plan that begins this year and will end in 2024. One of the very first things that we looked to change with this new strat plan was to streamline some of the things and really allow our mission statement to speak to what we're doing every single day, right? So an innovative 21st century learning environment, using entrepreneurship education as a vehicle, right, to innovate and prepare our students for success in the future. And so as you review our strategic plan, which you guys all have a copy of, just please make notice of that. Also wanted to bring your attention to our recognition that we recently received a few days ago. So we were have been recognized as one of America's healthiest schools. We're one of 4 schools in the state of Pennsylvania, which is very exciting, and I give kudos to our wellness committee, which is chaired by Ms. Wallace. And we have a number of staff members who are on that committee as well. So I'm very proud of that. And honestly, over the last 8 years, I didn't anticipate that we would receive such an honor and distinction, in being a very young organization. And I look at the life cycle of organizations, and I would say that we moved from startup and we're now in the growth phase, right, on our way to maturity. So that's very exciting. Lastly, and we have, on your agenda, we have 2 action items, and there's the MOU for the Boys and Girls Club, and also an MOU with the Monroeville, if I get this wrong, I apologize, Monroeville Assembly of God. And so some of the partnerships that we've been working on during the school year, beginning of the school, and also the summer, we wanted to ensure that our students, our student athletes, have an opportunity to practice and play home games in a regulation/gym. And so prior to the Penn YMCA closing, we were working on that partnership. And so fortunately, the Monroeville Assembly of God, were interested in providing us an opportunity to host home games and also practices for basketball as well as volleyball in the gym, which was formerly owned by the Penn YMCA. So we're looking to strengthen that relationship, but as a starting point, I'm seeking the approval from the board to allow us to use that space starting relatively soon. Also, the Boys and Girls Club, a ton of our parents have been asking for an after-school program for kindergarten and fifth grade. As you guys know, we've had a middle school after-school program by the way of our sorting and STEAM program over the last 3 years, and this is an opportunity for us to expand after-school program opportunities to all students K-8. And so we work on a partnership with the Boys and Girls Club. We have established a great relationship with the president and CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of Western PA. And so we have an opportunity to offer after-school programming as early as next month to students K-5 by the way of the Boys and Girls Club. So I'm very excited about that. Other than that, and just so you guys know, I'm speaking to the board, that's why I'm not looking up at the audience. And so this is a public meeting that you have the privilege and the opportunity to listen, to be a part of, by the way of listening to what we're talking about. But I do want to thank my staff. You guys have done a tremendous job this school year. And honestly, this year has started off more smooth and efficient than any year that I've been a part of the Penn Charter School community over the last, I think, 7 school years since I've been here. So I'm very excited, and we're headed in the right direction. And it's because of you guys. So thank you so much. Those are all the remarks.
Thank you. I have a couple of questions.
Yeah, of course.
So, with the assembly thought and the Boys and Girls Club, they're both off-site. So how are students getting there? Do we know anything about that?
So the Boys and Girls Club program will actually be here at the school.
Okay.
So we're going to house that after school program here. The Assembly of God program will have transportation from the school to their location.
Okay. And then do we know anything about programming yet with the Boys and Girls Club?
Ms. Rupert, can you, that wireless mic that's on the podium,
What?
can you turn it off, please? There you go. Sorry.
Do we know anything about programming for the Boys and Girls Club?
Yes, so it's an amazing opportunity because they're looking to design a program to meet our needs. Our focus, this year is always academics, right? And oftentimes with after-school programs, you assume that students are going to get some homework out and they're going to have some free time to play. But there's no time for play, to be honest. And although we like to integrate and infuse fun right with education, but what we're going to do is we're going to design a STEAM-focused program, right? So we're going to be able to really enrich our kids, almost in the sense of an extension of our school day in the after-school program. So we're working, the Boys and Girls Club is going to work alongside our curriculum team and academic team to design a program that meets our needs, the needs of our students.
Okay. I think the academic piece is wonderful, and I'm glad to see that we're going to extend some things. The one thing I would have us kind of consider as a board is that we have a lot of little ones who, because they're being bused from all over, who are starting their day really, really early, who are giving you 100% during the school day, and then to ask them to give a little bit more is a lot. So we could kind of find a balance and kind of consider those little ones, especially when you're talking about like 5th and 6th and 7th grade and 8th graders. I think their stamina's a little bit more.
Right.
But I think with our kindergarten, our 2nd graders and 1st graders, we really need to be able to find a balance for them that they can create that sense of being able to be workers and then also having that balance of just kind of getting a chance to get some of that energy out.
Right.
The last thing we want to do is cause behavioral problems for people who are from the outside community or for our students or anything like that. So we want to try to find something that's going to allow them to get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, we don't want to burn the students out
Right.
at all. And I think, with the program that we're going to design, it's going to be very engaging and hands-on.
Okay.
And so even when, from our perspective, as educators, that we assume the students are learning in this structured environment, the students are probably going to feel more so like it's an opportunity for them to really express themselves and enjoy the learning experience. So.
Yeah, and I agree. It doesn't have to be an either or. It doesn't have to be like either we're going to do all fun things or we're going to do all academics. But it's just about finding that balance where we know that we're setting our children up for success.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what's going to be a little pace, right? And a lot of hands-on stuff. I mean, I know in Trust Wayne here, we used to run after-school programs, right? Some years ago, I think for the future, it would make sense for us to, or for you guys to really share what that format kind of looks like, right? Because you have a specific agenda of what you want to accomplish throughout the life cycle of that program over the course of the year. So then we can provide feedback, or Tricia can provide feedback during regular board meetings or during the educational committee meetings about, how we can accomplish that, right? And be as creative as we can. So keep us in the loop.
I would agree. Thank you.
Sounds great. I'm just reminding the board that I'm reading the agenda for Mr. McCormick, who is out ill this evening. So item number 2, be it resolved that the board adopts the agenda. May I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
I'll make a motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Any public comment on the agenda items only? Any public comment on the agenda items only at this time? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Item number 3, approval to appoint Debbie Norrell to serve a 3-year term effective September 19, 2019 until June 30th, 2022. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
May I have a second? Okay. At this time, we'll invite Ms. Norrell to come up and make a comment. Yes.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Good evening.
Good. My name is Debbie Norrell. Actually, my name is Deborah, but you can call me Debbie. So let me just tell you just a little bit about myself. I am recently retired. I retired in July from my day job. And I always say day job because so many people don't know that I had a day job because they know me as the lifestyle editor of the New Pittsburgh Courier, which is an African-American newspaper. But I just recently retired from a company called Fiserv, where I was a client trainer for 19 years. So what I did was I trained financial institutions all over the country about debit cards, fraud, and ATMs. That's what we did for those financial institutions. So let me just tell you just a little bit about my background. It includes public speaking, journalism, public relations, fashion, theater, commercial acting, and over 30 years in the financial technology field. Also, I was a landlord for 37 years, and I always managed my own properties. I believe my varied background would be an asset to the board. With an associate degree in specialized business, I've accomplished the following. I was a project manager for Mellon National Bank, news anchor and talk show host for WAMO Radio, public relations manager for Pittsburgh International Airport, news and public affairs director for WJJJ, communications manager for the Minority Enterprise Corporation, Alon Financial Services, and a U.S. bank where I was a client trainer. New Pittsburgh Courier, lifestyle editor. Fiserv, I was a training specialist. I'm an award-winning speaker for Toastmasters International. In 2013, that was a really good year for me. 2013, I was inducted into the Taylor Alderdice High School Hall of Fame. Also, I was inducted into the Pittsburgh Fashion Week Hall of Fame, and also named as Style Icon of the Year by Style and Steel Pittsburgh. So my work ethic and community involvement has been noticed and rewarded by numerous organizations. In 2019 alone, I received the Community Excellence Award from Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and I was selected as one of the 100 influential Pennsylvania African American women by Talk Minority Action Group. And I received a first place award from the Pittsburgh Black Media Federation for newspaper, health, science, environment for a lifestyle feature called A New Sharing Epperson. So that tells you just a little bit about me, because there is more. So I enjoyed every position convey to today's youth. There's a lot of information that I can share, and a lot of it is things that I have learned by experience. I have a lot of experience, a lot of things that I can share with a young person. Should I go to college? Should I not? What can I do if I don't go to college? Or maybe I just want to go to a 2-year school. I can tell them all about that. I can tell them about being an entrepreneur, about owning a business, maybe being a landlord. I have a lot of information to share. So I hope that I would be considered as a board member for this organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Nora. Discussion on the board. I'm very excited about this opportunity for us. I think that Ms. Nora will offer a lot of assets to us. I had the privilege to speak with her on the phone multiple times and had many email conversations with her. I just think that she will offer a lot and a diverse perspective to us. Okay. Seeing no other discussion, we'll take the vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Motion passes. Congratulations, Ms. Nora.
Thank you.
I'd like to invite you to come and sit with us. Just as a reminder, Ms. Nora, because you have not been sworn in or notarized yet, you are not able to vote with us, but we would like to ask you to join us.
Thank you very much.
Would you like to do that?
Mr. Null, my name is Joshua Pollock, and I am solicitor for the charter school, and I am going to swear you in tonight. As the president told you, you're not going to be able to vote tonight because there's a notarizing process needs to take place. I think we're going to do that before the next board meeting, but I would like to have the honor of swearing you in tonight. And again, welcome to the Penn Charter School of Entrepreneurship family.
Thank you.
We welcome you, and we're excited to have you. If you could raise your right hand.
Would you like to stand?
That's up to you. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution.
that I will
Support,
support,
defend, and obey
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge
and I will discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations once again, and welcome aboard. Action item 4, the board elects the following officers to serve in such capacity for a term of 1 year commencing September 19, 2019. President, Tricia Shelton. Vice President, Jose Rodriguez. Treasurer, Alan Ziola. Secretary, Darren McCormick. May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second? Discussion? Seeing none, we'll take a vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Action item 5. We'll have reports and presentations to the board. The PTA, Mr. Beeson.
Right here, there, where you guys are.
How about right here, then we'll all be able to hear.
Absolutely. All right. Good evening, everybody. Happy to be back. So I'm going to just let you know that having reviewed the 5-year strategic plan, I see that there's a lot of engagement opportunities for the PTA to partner with, continue the partnership with the school. And I want to say that we are definitely excited and looking forward to helping execute on that plan. So looking forward to the next 5 years and beyond for that. I always like to give you guys an update on things that have occurred as far as the PTA, past, and about 6 weeks into the future. So our first event was our Back to School Spirit Store event. This is the event, it's the only time of year that we mark down our items. We launched our new website. So now, instead of having to come into the school, we will open once a week, once a month. On Fridays, you can order anything from our store online. As Mr. Jones said, enrollment's up. We're at 422 students. This day last year, we were at 411, so enrollment is definitely up. So definitely time to do well. Unfortunately, sales were down roughly 50% from this time last year. We sold $2,100 worth of merchandise last year. This year, $1,025.75. So a little bit disappointing there. Still trying to figure out where we missed the mark, but we're working on that. We had our first public PTA meeting yesterday. And again, the turnout wasn't exactly what we had hoped for. 15 non-parent, teacher, executive board members this time last year, and yesterday we had 5. So again, we're going to have to go back and work on. I've been kicking some ideas around the board in terms of how we can get communication out there. Our 2 primary ways of communicating with parents are Facebook and GroupMe. So my objective is to get people in there, and then once they're in, then they're in the know in terms of everything that's going on. So one of the things that I was just kicking around with them was, we have approximately 60 card letters. So one of us pass out a business card which has our contact information on how you can join Facebook, how you can join GroupMe, just to get them to know what's going on. So we're working on ways to increase the communication as far as that goes. So those are the events that have already transpired year to date. As far as some things that are coming up in the future, so we have our Donuts for Dad event on Friday, October 18th. I will be speaking at that event to promote our grand event, which is part of our Scholastic Book Fair, which runs from October 21st through October 25th. And the grand event is, we're partnering with Scholastic, and we're really promoting grandparents and really just extended family to come out and shop with your loved ones on Wednesday, October the 23rd. And as an added incentive bonus, the PTA will also be selling hot dogs, nachos, food as well, and they're going to have a visit from us with the dog as well. So definitely looking forward to that event. I'm going to be talking about during the Donuts for Dad event on the 18th. We have our harvest party on October 31st. The PTA, once again, will be supplying water, plates, and napkins to help support that activity. And then we also have our parent-teacher conferences on November 5th. And the PTA will be providing mini sandwiches, veggie tray, and chips for our wonderful faculty and teacher staff. We love you guys.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you. Well, the school report on character.
Hello, my name is Jessica Marno. I'm the chair of the equity committee. Also on my committee are Lady Cassie Hoffman, Heather Rupert, David Overall, Elizabeth Straven, Ashley Turner, and Ms. Dubinsky. Starting with our close, they come from last year. So we created an equity statement that was approved by the board. We also created a survey. We gave a survey to the staff, reflecting data, grade baseline. Moving forward, this year our goals come from the strategic plan, so we're basing our goals to meet those. Our first current goal is to create a plan of action to report and increase student participation in service leadership opportunities. And to help boost that goal, we're working on creating a digital sheet where teachers can check off student participation and then equity committee can track that data. And also to establish that, we're going to consult with the staff of the leadership opportunities that are already in place, just to kind of see what's already happening and then improve. Our second goal, which is very low in infancy right now, as the school year has begun, is we're planning to offer leadership a plan to increase cultural awareness by expanding materials and lessons and related arts. In order to that, we'll consult with related arts teachers to get some insight and feedback, and ways to integrate cultural learning in the curriculum. I know myself and the team I work with are excited for the school year and pass the can. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer.
Sounds wonderful, thank you.
Thank you so much. Good job.
Action item 6, the consent agenda for approval. May I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, let's take a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Number 7, for recommendation of the Finance Committee, approve the August 2019 financial report. May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Do you have any comments from the?
So I can guarantee you that I probably won't need a microphone because I am loud. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Taylor. I am the new business manager for the Penn Charter School of Entrepreneurship, and I have the distinct honor of presenting to you your financial statements. It's going to be very hard to follow Ms. Norval and Mr. Houston and Ms. Warner, but I will do the best I can with my abilities. So I was given 3 minutes. So I'm going to take the first 90 seconds to introduce myself and my qualifications, and then take the next 90 seconds to go over the financial statements. I have a dual degree in business administration and accounting from Teal College, with a minor in religious studies, which we got to do taxes, but I got it right. I spent the last 20 years doing nonprofit accounting, 14 and a half years with the Pittsburgh Public School System, worked my way up from junior accountant to the assistant director of finance. I worked a year and a half at Propel, being the accounting manager, and I've worked at various other systems, so this will be actually my 3rd charter school. I'm looking very forward to working with these students. I have 4 children of my own, ages 20 to 8, and I'm a 1-year-old grandchild. So I went yesterday, so I'm pretty excited about that. So this is my first time, so I'm trying not to tear stuff up. So, long story short is this is the 2nd month of the financial operations. So we are actually at 17% of our budgeted totals, which basically means that we're at where we should be at this time of year. Our expenditures are actually a little lower than they should be, and our revenues are a little higher because of the higher enrollment, and we also have a higher per diem per student on average. So I won't bore you with the statistics and everything else, but I will tell you that the state of the union is well. I am very excited to be taking over this from Charter Choices, so you can have boots on the ground to make sure that your finances are in good order. What I told the teachers the first day I was here is my job is to be Alfred to your back. I need you to do your job, and my job is to make sure that I put you back together. Put gas back on the bill and make sure that everything's all straightened out, so you can be the heroes that you can be. Thank you.
Any discussion from the board? Seeing none, we'll take a vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Okay. Per recommendation of the CEO, approval of the 2019-2024 strategic plan. May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? All right. Take the vote. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Number 9, per recommendation of the CEO, approval of the MOU between the Monroeville Assembly of God and the Penn Charter School of Entrepreneurship. May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Action item 10, per recommendation of the CEO, approval of the MOU between the Boys and Girls Club of Western Pennsylvania and the Penn Hills Charter School of Entrepreneurship. May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Great. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Action item number 11, per recommendation of the CEO, approval, David Jones Counseling and Associates Boys Youth Development Program. May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I'll just make a few brief comments about the next two items. So this year, we put out an RFP for youth development programming for both our boys and girls, 5th through 8th grade. And so we're looking to start this programming next month. And as I mentioned, this is the first time we've actually solicited, for this sort of programming, although we've had this sort of programming in the past. So it was a very competitive process, and we're very excited about the results. And I think both Mr. David Jones and also Tracy Thorpe Scott with TTS Coaching and Development are going to do a tremendous job with our students as they have in the past and working with us. So I'm excited about that.
Is it individual counseling or group counseling?
Yeah, group counseling. Yeah.
Sounds like a great resource. Questions from the board? All right, we'll take a vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Action item 12, per recommendation of the CEO, approve iRise TTS Coaching and Development LLC Girls Youth Development Program. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Discussion, Mr. Jones?
Yeah, just a little bit of background on any specifics related to the program. Yeah. I mean, and you just mentioned it a little bit, but maybe it's a little more background.
In regards to both of them, or?
No, I rise.
All right, okay, so we have Mr. Stephen on, so in case we need additional information, but, so we've contracted with Tracy Thorpe Scott in the past, and she did a girls group, I think number 12 girls last year, and also she extended that program and offering over the summer as well. They kind of focused on youth development, they focused on conflict and resolution. I want to say there was an academic focus potentially as well. Essentially, what we do know, especially starting in 5th grade through middle school, the students, along with going through puberty and just trying to, come to an understanding as to who they are as a person, we know that there are barriers and hurdles, right? So with that sort of, self-identifying sort of, strange time frame within their lives, we know they need some support. They need an outlet to discuss some things that they may not be comfortable with discussing with, maybe one of their peers or the family members as well, or even one of the staff members there at school. So what we've found is that the students, have taken, they not only appreciate, having conversations with someone such as Tracy, but also an opportunity to discuss some things with other group members who may be experiencing similar things within their lives. We've seen, certain things that may have served as barriers and prevented them from excelling academically, that those barriers somewhat go away, and now they're able to focus solely on academics there at the school.
And as far as participation, is it open, or do you have a cap number of participants?
Yes, a great question. So yes, actually going to be first come, first served. And we're going to cap it at 20 students per 5th and 6th grade, and 20 students per 7th and 8th grade. And so they're going to both serve two groups of kids, 5 and 6, and 7 and 8. And there'll be a total of 40 kids, 40 girls and 40 boys at maximum.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none, we'll take a vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Moving on to new business. Any new business?
Yeah, so one last thing. So I didn't mention it during the board remarks, and I was actually having Joshua attorney review some of this information. So we were presented an opportunity to have an entrepreneur in residence. Essentially what that means is that we're going to have a gentleman by the name of Rick Terry. Rick's come to us from an organization called Food 21. Food 21, they have a focused initiative on generating more natural resources for the Pittsburgh community, but also creating a network within the food and beverage industry. Rick actually is one of our neighbors who lives in the community. He's been here for about 4 or 5 months, and he's taken a real liking and interest into our school and what we're doing. So Rick put out a proposal to be our entrepreneur in residence. It's free of charge. Essentially, what he's asking the board and myself is to go out and solicit and just promote the school and the great things that we're doing. So Rick, has tasked himself with bringing a number of resources and business and partnership opportunities to the school that will, benefit us not only from a traditional partnership perspective and mentoring perspective, but also financially. As we look to start out or kick off our foundation, hopefully that will be soon, but also look to supplement, some of the revenues that we've been receiving. It'd be great to get some financial supporters as well. And so Rick, has tasked himself with that, and he's taking a real interest in everything that we're doing, so it's exciting. So I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier, but I will circulate Rick's CV as well as a brief summary and overview of what an entrepreneur in residence is for you guys to look at in a little bit of detail.
So, just what does it, I know you said you'll circulate, but what does it mean? Like, will he be here? Will he be on site?
Yeah, so he's not necessarily going to be on site working with students. He's primarily going to work directly with myself and potentially the school board. And so as I mentioned, he's just going to promote our school. I do also have on file his clearances in the event that he is working or, on site. But for the most part, he will work off site with me at the business office. That's another thing for you guys. We have moved into our business office as of this past Monday.
I think it's wonderful that we have so many good partnerships with people in the community and organizations in the community, and hopefully this is something that we can continue to sustain and build. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Any other new business? Okay, at this time, I'll ask for any public comment. Thank you, Ms. Thomas.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say welcome, Ms. Debbie Morrell. Also, I just want to say thank you, board, and also to our staff that is here tonight, and also one of our new staff members, Mrs. Higgins. So I want to say thank you. She is our 6th grade ELA teacher, and our returning staff. We don't take that for granted that they keep coming back. So we must be doing something right. So thank you all. And I also want to take this time to acknowledge Mr. Jones, who is going to be honored October 4th as one of our young leaders. And so I just want to say congratulations to him publicly, and also those who were able to support him on October 4th.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas.
Any other comments from the public? All right. Well, congratulations on the great start of the school year, and I hope everything continues to go well. May I have a motion to adjourn at this time?
I'll make the motion.
Second?